Zane Show Podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the work week from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. Baldwin Ace Hardware, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. Dog roll call. Looks like we would have had a glimpse of O'Neill, but he already took off. We got Daisy, we got Bruce, we got O'Neill. Benny, the one-eyed wonder dog, still as usual in the other room. Camping out, likes to be alone. So glad you are here. My God. The football over the weekend featured some serious drama. I think that's what I like the most about it. You never know what could take place. It could be some fantastic scenario where there's an outrageous comeback, or sometimes it's an ass kicking. Sometimes it's an ass kicking because somebody gets hurt. And in this case, well, you had San Francisco go into Philadelphia. Now, I didn't think Philadelphia was going to lose that game. I 100% thought they were going to win, but I didn't think it would go the way it did. It makes sense. The one thing that San Francisco's been, they've been good at a lot of things this year, including quarterbacks not being healthy. They had an all-star season with their quarterbacks not being healthy. And what a time to really pick up the pace in that regard. The NFC Championship game. Now, you can't really decide that you're going to get hurt or decide that you're not going to get hurt. So whatever. But, boy, I tell you what, this might be the greatest season in the history of the NFL, the San Francisco 49ers. And they're not even going to the Super Bowl, considering that they got this far, and every time you turn around, their quarterback's injured. As the season wound down, this dude, Brock Purdy, young guy, I think he's like 11 or 12 years old, takes over. And he performs awesomely. He gets that 49er magic. The defense on that team is really strong. But they can only do so much. Early in the game, Purdy injures his throwing arm. Of course he's injured. He has to leave the game. In comes some guy. The first thing out of everybody's mouth in the broadcast booth is, oh. That was actually, those were the words, oh. This old man hobbles onto the field. I think it was Joe Montana. The guy was so old. I think Joe Montana now, at age 60-something, would have performed better than the guy they had out there. They could have had more production out of one of the San Francisco homeless people that camp out around the stadium in their hometown, where their home games are played. The guy was that bad. He couldn't even hand the ball off to people. Everything sucked. San Francisco's defense was keeping them in the game, and there was one moment when they handed it to Christian McCaffrey, and he said, give me that fucking ball, I'm going to run it in. And he did. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe they'll make a game of it. Maybe they're one of these teams that only needs like 10 points to win, and they're going to stifle the deep. Because, Philly's first touchdown, it was controversial because the fucker dropped the ball. And Philly ran to the line of scrimmage and executed a play, which means you can't replay it, which is bullshit. I think that's a stupid rule. If a team rushes to the line like that and they just call a play, you gotta say, no, fuck you. If they find out after the fact, even after you hike the ball, I don't give a shit if you score a touchdown. No. You can't do that. That is bullshit. Just because you quickly ran to the line and hiked it and ran a play Oh, we can't go back in time now. Bullshit. You should absolutely be able to go back in time. Fuck you. In fact, that should be a red flag. That if the team is scrambling to get to the line of scrimmage because the guy who caught the ball run back to the huddle, he says, hurry up, I dropped that motherfucker. Let's get up there and just run a play. That's bullshit. But anyway, it doesn't matter because Purdy gets injured and they couldn't do shit with the ball. Like I said, San Francisco did tie it, but then that was it, you know. The quarterback, no one knows his name. The guy who was the backup to Purdy. The announcers didn't know who he was. To this day, to this minute, we don't know who he is. He just came in. And he ends up getting hurt. Of course he gets hurt. Now, they have no more quarterbacks. Purdy had to come back into the game and could not throw the ball. Like his arm is like basically fallen off. I'm surprised they were even able to hike it to him with two hands. You know, I thought they were going to have to like hike it to him and he, you know, the arm's just laying at his side all fucked up. My God. So he could only hand the ball off to people. At that point, I mean, someone's going to get killed. If I'm Brock Purdy and I got a busted wing and I line up under center, you know, they're like, 343, hut. I would not do that. I would go to the line of scrimmage and say, I'm going to hand it off to number 25 behind me. Take it easy on us. Hut. I would take a knee if it wasn't embarrassing. Hut. That's, you know, you got to keep yourself alive, for God's sake. Because Purdy's only like 11 or 12 years old. Holy shit. So that's it. Philly's in. Blue State Rob with Brock Purdy's arm became Jackie's knee. My daughter. Yeah, pretty much. I think Jackie would have been a better quarterback for San Francisco with her rebuilt knee than Brock Purdy. So San Francisco, get the fuck out of here. You got no business being here. You can't even keep your quarterbacks healthy. Fuck you. Cincinnati. Kansas City. Let's cut to the key portion of this game. The fact that in the fourth quarter, with 1 minute and 3 seconds to go, Cincinnati has the ball. At this point in the game, it looked to me like Kansas City was sputtering offensively. Mahomes, you know, putting a lot of pressure on a bad ankle, was visibly limping. It was even affecting the way he threw the ball. Because he couldn't, I guess there's a technique with how you push off of one foot when you're following through with it. You know, Romo was breaking it down, all that shit. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I see that. And Cincinnati, healthier. Their quarterback, Burrow. And I thought, okay, this is it. Audio check, video check. 1 minute, 3 seconds to go.
Has to get to.
Okay, so they got to go 90 yards. And it's 3rd and 16 at this point. The crowd's going ape shit. This is when I thought Cincinnati was going to win.
27 for a first down. And there's the throw. Wide
Look
open.
at that dude was so wide open. Holy shit.
Is Hayden Hurst with 56 seconds to go.
Now all they got to do is get in the range for a field goal. You know?
Good They've done a good job. See how they got him right there? You can go ahead and follow him from behind.
Now it's another 3rd and 8 play, so they haven't been able to do shit after that big reception.
Here comes Chris Jones.
And that dude, number 95, he's like their best player on defense. And he sacks Burrow, so that's it. They gotta get rid of the ball. That means you give Mahomes 40 seconds. But I'm like, there's no way. He hasn't been able to move.
And that'll be a timeout by Kansas City. They moved. Andy Reid showing a lot of faith in the rookie.
But this dude punts it. Now watch where the dude who fields the ball, the punt returner, watch what he does.
Chrisman's going to send it his way. Back pedals at the 20. He's going to take off. Takes off, and this is why he's out there. That's Sky Moore near the 50.
Okay. All right. So now it's like, holy shit. He's got him near midfield. They got to get to a certain point where, the percentage of the guy kicking the ball goes up dramatically. You want to get close. Kansas City hasn't been able to do shit, though.
Out for the Chiefs. It's Mahomes. In trouble, dumps it off. Pacheco.
All right. No big deal. Watch this.
Pacheco.
Okay.
Taking players with him to the 47.
All right, so little gain.
Timeout.
Mahomes limping.
But you still got a chance to
17, 16, 15.
Take the shot.
Watch this.
Here's Mahomes rolling out on 3rd and 4.
Okay, now this is key. I forget which one of these defensive guys is going to do this, but okay. Mahomes is running. He can't move. All right?
Dumps it off.
He can't move at all. And he tucks the ball and starts running. Now,
and they take the timeout.
You got to get to this red line to be even close to a field goal.
It favors that, but you still got a chance to clock it. Take your time and take the shot down. Here's Mahomes rolling out on 3rd and 4. He's going to go for the... Yes, he's got the marker. He's got the out of bounds.
Okay, so he runs out of bounds, and 58 pushes him when he's out of bounds. So he picked up plenty of yardage. Tack on 15 more yards. This fucking idiot.
Here's Mahomes rolling out on 3rd and 4. He's going to go.
Okay, now watch 58. His left leg. He's going to hyperextend that shit too. Watch. See, right now he shouldn't be pushing him. He's like, fuck you. I want to lose the game. Right there. Okay, actually his right leg. Right there, his right leg is nearly flippity-muppity because it wants to go the other way, but it doesn't, but it still hurt like fuck. So talk about the worst play of the game for 58. He gives Mahomes and the Chiefs 15 more yards and fucks up his knee at the same time. Oh no!
He's hurt as he hit the bench, and a flag's coming in to put him 15 yards closer.
Oh!
Foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 58.
And that 15 yards.
That's that dude, 58. He's like, oh, motherfucking, this is the worst day of my life. He's laying there for like minutes after, the Kansas City kicks a field goal. Everyone's running around the guy. They're stepping on his throat.
40-yard field goal attempt to go to the Super Bowl.
Look at that. Oh, no.
Oh, and right there at the end.
Watch his hyperextension.
Playing great all day. And get.
Oh, no. Oh, look how fucked up that looks. Man, that's rough.
That decision.
Shit.
Guys, on this play, you can clearly see that Patrick Mahomes has both feet out in the white as he's getting hit. This is a late hit out of bounds on the play.
So there you go. 8 seconds. Go win the game.
Here's Butker.
Wow. He kicked the shit out of that ball.
All the way. It's good.
Oh, my God. This is all in the last minute of the game. Are you kidding me? This dude here.
And then a bunch of desperation laterals coming up.
Yeah, this is the...
There it is, on the ground. Retrieved.
Kick it to the white guy. He sucks. Throw it to this guy. This is embarrassing. Oh, yeah.
Not down yet. He is.
Ball goes flying in the air.
It's over. It is over.
That's it.
And the Kansas City Chiefs have won it.
Oh, they showed this guy. I think that's that's the guy who pushed Mahomes, and then hurt his knee. Talk about a bad night. He just sat there
to the Super Bowl for the third
and cried. Oh, I would too. You just had a boneheaded play. The entire city hates your guts. You don't even go back to the locker room. This is when this stupid bastard should take off his gear and walk out of the stadium nude. That's what he should do. Wow. Tyler writes, good thing Al Michaels wasn't calling that game. He would have fallen asleep during the last minute out of boredom. Blue State Rob says, personal foul, muppety, flippity, leg breaker, defense number 58. Corey writes, never forget the Eagles fan who ate horse poop after they won the Super Bowl. Safe to assume they represent all Eagles fans. Trash people. Yeah. The guy ate horse shit. He was so happy they won the game. He ate horse shit. Unbelievable. So that is that. I did not want Kansas City to win. I wanted the Bengals to win. I just love Burrow, and but you got to give it up for to Mahomes. I mean, that was incredible. Gutsy performance. And I think it's safe to say you got to begin to wrap your mind around the fact that it's too bad Jim Nantz said it, but near the end of that game, he made 2 points, which you're going to hear 1 million times between now and the game. 2 little factoids that, unless if one of the players gets caught with a hooker or something like that, or something ridiculous happens, all we're going to hear about is it's the Andy Reid Bowl. Because Andy Reid coached Philly for 14 years, all-time winningest coach. And he's coached Kansas City for 10 years. And I think he's 1 win shy of being the all-time winningest coach for Kansas City. I think a bigger factoid would be, how is that man still alive? He looks like one of the most unhealthiest people on the planet. How is he on the sidelines, not in a scooter? That is an upset that he is actually able to stay upright during the whole game. You will also hear about the fact that Travis Kelce, the stud tight end or whatever the fuck position he is for Kansas City, his brother plays for the Eagles. No, I didn't know that. That's because his brother's the center. So they're like, oh my God, it's the Andy Reid Bowl. And it's the Kelce Bowl. Yeah, you're going to hear that a lot. Rob writes, all of his kids are in jail. Now, I don't know about that. I know that the one drunk driving in the past year and a half, badly injured a child in another vehicle because he caused a wreck because he was shit-faced. He's in prison for extended time. I think another of his kids might have committed suicide. I'm not even sure. Andy Reid's kids. Trouble. Yeah. Rob says both of his sons are in jail. All of his kids are in jail. I only think one is. The one had a heroin overdose 10 years ago. That sounds absolutely awful. And then the dude about, like I said, he was acting. Britt is the guy. Britt Reid. He severely injured a 5-year-old girl in a crash after he drank alcohol on the job. Wasn't he like a, yeah, he was one of the assistant coaches, I think, on the team. One-time NFL assistant coach has battled drug addiction, as did his older brother Garrett, who passed at 29. This is historically sad. For Andy Reid, boy, he's got a lot of things going against him to be able to stay on the sidelines, physical and mental. My God. That sounds terrible. Well, anyway. Travis Kelce, who's kind of hilarious. He wanted his hands on the trophy, the Lamar Hunt trophy. So they gave him the trophy, and this is what Travis Kelce said.
I appreciate you. How about this beautiful trophy? Huh? Hey, I got some wise words for that Cincinnati mayor. Know your role and shut your mouth, you jabroni. You gotta fight for your right to party!
Okay.
I knew he was going to be up for one more of those.
He also, when Burrow was being interviewed and trying to praise God, lady's like, Patrick, you just won the big game. And he's like, yeah, I just want to praise God. And then Kelce comes in and he goes, Burrowhead, no way, this is Mahomes' house or something like that, or Mahomes' mansion or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Kelce quoting The Rock and the Beastie Boys. All very current references, by the way, by Travis Kelce. He should have thrown in Where's the Beef? And Pepsi, it's the choice of a new generation. You got the right one, baby. This Bud's for you. The reason why he was taking a run at the mayor of Cincinnati. Where the hell is it now? Aha. Because the mayor of Cincinnati was talking shit Friday after I'd finished up podcasting, so I didn't have this. Audio check, video check.
Good afternoon, Cincinnati.
This is Aftab Purval, the mayor of Cincinnati.
Proclamation from the desk of the mayor. Be it proclaimed, whereas the Cincinnati headed to Burrowhead Stadium for their second consecutive AFC Championship game.
By the way, I think he's won one game there, Joe Burrow. One game.
Last year's game, the Bengals scored more points than the Chiefs, resulting in a Bengals victory and a Chiefs loss.
But this guy's very intimidating.
Joseph Lee Burrow, who's 3-0 against Mahomes, has been asked by officials to take a paternity test confirming whether or not he's his father. Whereas all season long, Cincinnati has been on a path of destiny, fighting it out to overcome anyone who stands between them and a Super Bowl win. And whereas Kansas City is named after its neighboring state, which is, just kind of weird. Now, therefore, I, Aftab Purval, Mayor of the City of Cincinnati, do hereby proclaim January 29th, 2023 as They Gotta Play Us Day in Cincinnati. Thank you.
Yeah, but, I mean, we all know where that ended up going.
I appreciate you. How about this beautiful trophy? Huh? Hey, I got some wise words for that Cincinnati mayor.
You got the right one, baby.
Know your role and shut your mouth, you jabroni. You gotta fight.
What will you do for a Klondike bar?
For your right to party.
And she's buying a stairway to heaven.
I knew he was going to be up for one more of those.
It's tricky to rock a rhyme. That's right on time. It's tricky. Does it surprise anyone that Amanda would reference the dildo company? I'm a little ashamed that Cincinnati is the headquarters for pure romance. One way or another, it's been way too long since I worked in the stupid dildo company. Did you guys know I host parties? Did you guys know that I can get you all your dick products? Wow, Cincinnati! That's the same town where pure romance is made. Jesus Christ. I thought we shamed that out of you of talking about the stupid shit that no one cares about with your dumb dildo company. The Twitter or the Twitch is not your platform, as is Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, for you to talk about your dumb dildos. Good God. Well, anyway. So we are set. Super Bowls, Eagles, KC should be great. I love it. Bring it on. A little bit more on that. But before I continue, even one more minute, just know that if you want to watch the full show, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Because if you're on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube right now, I got to kick you out. So sorry. But go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Follow the page. Subscribe to it. It's real simple. I had a conversation with Jeff Risdon the other day, the Lions insider of the Huge Show. And he goes, oh, man, yeah, I don't do Twitch. It's confusing. I go, dude, no, it's not. It's simple. If you can log on to a website, you're on Twitch. If you can download an app, you're on Twitch. If you're at a computer, which most people do it via their phone, though, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Or simply download the Twitch app in the App Store. There's a little magnifying glass after you open it up. And then just type Eric Zane Live, all one word. There I am. Follow, subscribe with Amazon Prime, and you're good to go. You don't have to subscribe with Amazon Prime. If you do, though, you get the show with no commercial interruptions if you link up your Amazon Prime account, and that's free. Or don't. You'll have to sit through an ad here and there. No big deal. But that's how you do it. As always, send me an email, Eric at ericzaneshow.com, if you have any further questions or want clarification or just want to chat. And you can always download the on-demand audio podcast wherever you download shows, including Spotify, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, CastBox. Just search Eric Zane Show on your favorite platform and off you go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Facebook and Twitch brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. YouTube. Follow me on YouTube as well. Eric Zane Show. Facebook is facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page and Twitter at Eric Zane Show. Follow. With regard to yesterday, the games come and go. And also, it was about time for Damar Hamlin to speak. Damar Hamlin, full video. I don't want his injury. I think I might have it here.
Damar Hamlin taking to social media,
I want the full thing.
speaking publicly for the first time since suffering nearly fatal
Damar,
cardiac arrest.
full
Can't tell
thank
you
you
how
video.
appreciative I am.
There it is. Now, I don't know if he did this just because people are like, hey, come on, it's time for you to make a video. Or if it's like, you got to prove that you're actually alive. First thing I thought when I saw this and watched it in its entirety, while he may be great at playing football, he's reading. And he's probably tripping over words here and there, and they have to edit it. And because of those edits, there's some moments that make it look a little strange because, you know, when you have the visual medium and suddenly it's at this angle and then it's like at this angle and it looks like it's doctored. So I think actually that this video is going to make it worse about whether or not Damar is dead. Audio check, video check. There he is, walking in. Takes off his coat.
Now that my brothers have closed out a strong winning season, as I continue to make so much progress recovering, I think it's fine.
See that? You see how it like cuts? That is all these morons need to act like Aubrey Huff. He believes this. He believes that this is not Damar. And so this has done nothing except fuel these stupid rumors that stories that this man is not Damar. So dumb. Like every time I talk about it, I laugh because it's just stupid. And just so we're all on the same page, the only reason why this happened is not to actually trick anyone. It's just to confuse the stupid people who love conspiracy theories. And they should be trolled because they're stupid. People who believe in conspiracy theories are fucking idiots. And, the flat earther type of people. Like Kyrie Irving probably thinks that this is not Damar Hamlin.
Finally, a good time to share a few things. I think it was important for me to wait and speak publicly at the right time, as it was just a lot to process within my own self, mentally, physically, even spiritually. It's just been a lot to process, but I can't tell you how appreciative.
Okay, so to this part, I don't think he's reading this. I think that they're just lifting pieces and editing because he might like get his thoughts together. He might pause, whatever. No big deal.
Appreciative I am of all the love, all the support, and everything that's just been coming in my way.
He seems, honestly, I mean, aside from the crazy shit where idiots think that this is fake, he seems like probably the sweetest person on the planet. I love this guy.
What happened to me on Monday Night Football, I feel is a direct example of God using me as a vessel to share my passion and my love directly from my heart with the entire world. And now I'm able to give it back to kids and communities all across the world who need it the most. And that's always been my dream. That's always been what I stood for.
But all of those edits that you see here, it makes it look fucked up.
But I will continue to stand for. And with that being said, I want to thank a few people who helped me most directly to get back to this moment to where I'm able to speak to you. The Bills training, athletic, and medical staff. Notably,
they should have foresaw that the way it's edited would fuel the scenario of fake FOMAR. And then said, to see the unedited recording of this with no edits, where he's like, okay, all right, what am I going to say here? Okay, pick it up here. And then he goes into it, because that's what's happening. That's what has happened.
Nate, Denny, Joe Mika, Tabani, Dr. Bassan, Dr. White, Dr.
These are the folks that, saved him on the field.
Kim, Dr. Mark Feinberg, Joe Collins, Dr.
These are the guys that and gals that if they went on the field, that asshole from the Packers would have kicked him in the face.
Daz, Marissa, Dr. Musio, Corey Reblin, and last but not least, I can't forget Kelce.
Yeah, it's a good thing this didn't happen in Green Bay, because that dude would have said, get off him, let him die.
The University of Cincinnati Medical Center, starting with Dr. Timothy Pritz, Dr. William Knight, and all the first responders who acted swiftly and skillfully to save my life. To all the medical personnel and healthcare providers at both Cincinnati Medical Center and Buffalo General Hospital, Dr. Jamie Nadler, Dr. Ken Snyder,
all right,
the entire time. To my
bumping ahead.
Who is my wife.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Entire time. Anchors and my everything.
That's his mom and his dad, middle child, and this is the little guy. This is the little brother.
Never left my side the entire time. To my little bro, who is my why, my reason why I strive to be my best self every day. And to all my family and friends who supported me in many ways during this time.
Nice, tightly knit family. I like that.
Whether it was showing up for visits or just a single text just to check on how I was doing. To Bills Mafia, I just want to thank you so much for the...
They need to show Stu McAllister flying through a table here.
Genuine love and support. Ever since I became a Buffalo Bill, it's been nothing but genuine love and support, not even only for me, but everyone's situation, no matter what it was, Bills Mafia jumped behind.
No, that's true. Bills fans are like the best. They really are.
Gave 110% support, love, no matter the situation. With this happening to me, I didn't feel anything short of the love, and it really helped me stay encouraged to get through the toughest moments and the toughest times. I really can't thank you enough. To the entire Bills organization, my brothers made it possible, reaching out every day, seeing how I was doing, calling, texting, just brothers.
Now, he doesn't. At the end of this, I wanted him to say, and to all you sick fucks who said I was dead, fuck you. That would with all this nice music, Rob he should jump through a table to prove he's alive. Corey with skip the labor, give me the baby. Come on. Honestly, if you're a dude who just died on the field and they brought you back to life like twice, he should get 5.5 minutes. What's wrong with that?
Bengals, team loyalty.
All right.
You made my day every day. You inspire me to keep dreaming big and to just continue to keep helping making this world a better place. It's always been important for me.
Man, if I'm him, because you know how much support, like handwritten notes you got from everybody. And if I get a box of handwritten notes, there is no fucking way I'm going to open all those. He's got probably 100,000 cards and letters to open up. I would just You know, at the blessing of the bikes, when the priest puts his hands up, he goes, "You're all blessed." And all these, they all ride away. Yeah, okay. I would just say, okay, thank all them and then throw them all away. Get them out of here. Thank you so much, but I cannot spend 4 years opening all of these cards and letters.
Me to be a role model, but just seeing the love and the support from the youth, it just makes me want to, give back and feel, talk to, and know that whatever they dream of, it's real. It can happen if you stay focused, stay dedicated, stay committed to whatever you got going.
All right.
From all the support.
He's talking about all the money that came into the Chasing M's Foundation. Look at that, $9 million plus as of this, whatever it was. But that's incredible because they only wanted like a few $1,000s to get the ball rolling on that charity. I would say that with $9 million, I mean, my God, you're going to be able to expand. Everybody's going to get new toys, for fuck's sake.
I have the words to express the gratitude. I was started small just to be able to.
Shit, with that $9 million, you can invest that, and you're gonna that thing will never. He'll be able to take that money and like be giving scholarships and shit to people.
A small community back at home at Keys Rocks. I just wanted to and you these kids.
All right, I'm jumping ahead now.
Well, I'm so thankful to everybody. I know that it isn't enough just to be thankful. This is just the beginning of the impact that I wanted to have on the world. And with God's guidance, I will continue to do wonderful and great things. I couldn't do this without any of the support and the love. And I can't wait to continue to take y'all on this journey with me.
There he is. Great big smile. He does his little heart thing. And now that's the brand now. That's the brand, is that heart. And so he's got it made. This dude only played a couple of years of football. And if he doesn't play anymore, and I don't know if he will or won't. But Rob says PlayStation 5s for everybody. If he decides not to play anymore, that's his best option. So he's going to get in front of a doctor, and the doctor's going to say, yes, this was a fluke. You are 100% safe to play. Now go on out there and get it. I would say, thank you, doc. I'm not going to tell anybody that we had this conversation. Fuck you. And then he's going to have the doctor killed. So he doesn't, fucking squeal. And then, doctor's going to wind up dead. And then DeMar is going to have a press conference. The doctor who just died said I could not play football anymore. So sign up on Chasing M's, whatever. And he's going to go do public speaking and make $50 million an appearance. This brand now, the heart, it's got to be everywhere. And he did it right. He did it patiently and was very sweet when he was describing what he wanted to describe. And, referencing God, and he had his family there and his beautiful mom and his handsome dad and his brother is fantastic. This is all great, but it's going to result in murder. And at the end of the day, DeMar is going to make so much money going forward. Incredible. Or he'll play again. Sean says when it comes to getting fan mail, Zane would get a box of cease and desist letters. This is true. All right. So, yes, Saturday night, the video comes out. Now, we had spent the week. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Before I get to that, let me get to this. This is an example of the video did nothing. It did nothing but fuel more conspiracy theories. Why the fuck can I see this? Here you go. To anyone who says the Damar Hamlin video can't be a deep fake, let me remind you that this is not Tom Cruise with Paris Hilton. This dumbass says this is a deep fake. Look at the mouth movements, not natural. Damar Hamlin speaks publicly for first time since cardiac arrest. Don't let this Damar Hamlin video distract you from the fact that the injury was still fake and a Masonic ritual. Deep fake of Damar surfaces to quell conspiracy theory. Smoke screens, real issue, what caused cardiac arrest. I just love the fact that they've woven it into the COVID vaccine. It's just fantastic. It makes me so happy. Deep fake clone, R.I.P. Damar, killed by Pfizer. And the evil scientists. Deep fake, look how jittery the movements are. The same exact eyebrow and lip movement. If I had to place a bet, I'd wager the new Damar Hamlin video is a deep fake. Until he is seen in the flesh by humans with cameras, videos like today's are meaningless. Okay. Oh, my God. So that's where we are. The videos only made this, the video made this whole thing worse, in my opinion. You needed to show the unedited video, but whatever. Who cares? To me, this adds to the mystique of Damar. If you're him, with your little heart thing going on there, and now he can, this dude at 20-something years old is going to make 10 times more money than what he made playing football. And he's not going to have to destroy his body playing it. Okay? This is all going to work out, and it should. I love it. When I got my hands on this video, Chris D sent it along. I was at a traffic light, and I took the video, and I wrote, just got off the phone with Huge. He thinks this video is fake. And I tweeted it out because we had been busting balls about that all week. Going back and forth. In the context of the show, that was one thing. But after I posted it, it was out there, and I tweeted it at him. About 15 seconds after it hit the internet, I get a text. And he was pissed. Oh, shit. And then it's a good thing because I'm so stupid. I would not have thought anything of it. That's how mine works, how my mind works. This is why I was telling him, this is why I can't, this is why I can't work at radio stations. This is why I get fired. He writes, do not put bullshit out there that said the Hamlin video was fake. You can't do that to me. Don't target me with lies. Have fun, but not that. Right after that, I deleted it. And I ended up tweeting out, hey, I was totally kidding about Bill. And honestly, when I do that, because he's right. I mean, no one knows the context of the show that we were talking on. I mean, not everybody listens. So I felt bad right away. I was like, oh, fuck, you're right. I wrote, sorry, I deleted it. He wrote, thanks. I said, that was dumb of me. I feel bad. Sorry. He writes, all good. Please never post or say anything on your podcast claiming I said something I didn't say or post. Thanks. And I wrote, of course. Next day, all good, Z-Dog. We are both here to help each other. There's a lot we can still do together. I wrote, oh, of course. I had so much fun with you that I lost my head. I'm an idiot sometimes. That's why I'm not on the radio regularly. He says, you're not an idiot. You're entertaining. I said, thanks, buddy. He says, you just need to know the line that you can't cross with people who support you. I said, that's exactly correct. He says, think of it this way. Podcast is wide open. Any public outlet there needs to be innuendo or total humor on it. And then he wrote a comment about something else that I don't want to get into. That's just hilarious. I wonder if he'll pick up. Because then after I tweeted it, people are like, what did you say? What did you say? What did you do? Usually, if he has the kids, he's not going to pick up. He's not going to pick up. It's not happening. There's no way. I love that you can't leave a message. It just makes a weird doot, doot, doot. All right. So that's what's up. That's what went down. I actually did feel bad after that. I was like, fuck, you're right. This is, I get so wrapped up in the joke and wanting to have the fun that I fuck it up. Blue State Rob says Bill seriously needs to stop calling them insiders or quit doing radio. What is that? What's wrong with him calling people who know shit about shit insiders? Kyle says next NFL season, we're going to see a lot of players with health conditions who can, quote, no longer play because they can make more money doing what DeMar's doing. He's a legend. Can't drop the E out of you, says Eric is Bill's deep fake insider. Aram says, let's get Bill's pick up on the advertising scroll. No. We're good. We are good. But that's funny. That would break my heart if we had to have Bill's pick on the advertising scroll, which, you know, the advertising scroll is all people that help me on the video live stream, with the exception of Smug Beer. Smug Beer is fucking, in my opinion, playing with fire. I was like, oh, shit. If you go to their subreddit, oh, boy. Reddit.com/r/FBHW. Someone posted the thread live shows because they just spent the weekend. Friday morning they did a show in Nashville, and then in the evening they did like one of those paid live shows, which, I mean, seriously, it's always fantastic. I'm very envious of that. That's really great. Always has been. I didn't necessarily care for doing them, but it's still wonderful for the fans. I mean, Jesus, that's what it's all about. And Jesus Christ, first of all, I'm shocked at this because he's usually not this loose-lipped. But this person wasn't too impressed with what had happened and spilled the beans on some of the events of the day. The person writes, I was at the night show in Nashville on Saturday night, and it was more cringe than funny, in my opinion. So I'm like, oh, all right. This person writes, they tried too hard and so little at the same time. Outbursts of random sexual or crude-natured jokes, which doesn't hit the ears well from them because they're censored most of the time. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, come on. That doesn't sound like that big of a deal. This person adds, They literally took an idea from Impractical Jokers by having each person read a slideshow that was not prepared by the speaker. Some parts were amusing, but it was a recycled bit where little or no effort was put into it. I truly think they thought of it on the plane ride there. Yeah, I don't know. No idea. Then they played Family Feud with the local Nashville radio show. Okay. And then this person writes, but the part that was so uncomfortable was when Freebeer complained a lot about his ex-wife, Amanda. Oh boy. Almost like he's not over it, which is fine, but it felt a little cringy and unauthentic. All right. If she finds out about that, I don't know. To me, if that gets back to your ex-wife, who probably wants to kick your ass, she probably can also make your life very miserable. And that does not sound like the Greg that I knew for 2 decades. To go after his fucking ex-wife? Oh, boy. This person adds, the show didn't appear sold out like it was in the past. I remember not being able to get my food or drinks till the show was almost over because of the crowd. Hold on a second. O'Neill, you all right, buddy? He's doing one of those reverse sneezes. Certainly not complaining about that, but there was a noticeable difference in the crowd size. It could have been that it was the first time since COVID that they had been there. But still, listened for years, loved the show, but it's just not the same anymore. I hope they keep as many listeners as they can. Controversies aside, it's just different. And I'm not a fan that they don't have to. And I'm not a fan, but they don't have to placate to me like the rest of the crowd. This guy says, wait a minute. This one says, that is one thing I definitely don't care for is the amount of sexual things. It's like they do it to be edgy instead of funny. Some well-placed sex jokes are funny, but they have been overdoing it. And then this guy. It's one of the things I didn't like about EZ. Everything was turned into innuendo or outright sexual comments. Comes off as lazy, not funny. Well, that is bullshit. Because when I describe this show to people all the time, this show, they're like, okay, and I'm like, well, I swear all the time, but I don't get that sexual. Occasionally we'll discuss sex-related things on the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, but I mean, and you might have a reference here and there, but I've never been comfortable with that myself. There might be on the radio, you could have innuendo and things like that, and like there's a drop. Oh, you mean anal? That's just fucking funny. So, yeah, sure, it happened, but I don't think it was as prominent as that person says. Maybe. I don't know. So that's just very strange. This guy says, it's weird to hear a couple of 50-year-old guys talk about sex. Freebeer especially married someone quite a bit younger than him, and he loves to talk about having sex with her. Ever since the divorce, he's really had that midlife crisis energy about him where it's clear that he wishes he was Kelly's age. Oh, fuck. God damn. I would be so bummed out if you were writing this about me, man. So that was rough. So if you're Greg's wife and she finds out, or ex-wife, and she finds out about this shit, I'm like, God damn. You know what else he does on that show that really makes me wince? He's constantly talking about, and I have to be careful because I want to be more careful than what he is. But he references one of his children and the child's struggles with mental health, the child struggling with being concerned about bullying, And I mean, he's getting into like various medical things with the kid on the air and what the kid has its ups and downs with, and very real shit. And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. That if anybody that goes to school with him hears that shit and knows what's up, they're going to use that as fodder to make life difficult for the little guy. So I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Fucking reel it in, you idiot. You don't divulge. You don't have to divulge everything. Just because you're boring as fuck and not interesting doesn't mean you got to, quote, keep it real. Okay, I feel like I've made it. Because every time I turn on whatever podcast, the big famous shows are talking about HelloFresh. Well, guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, I've partnered with HelloFresh. Now, I've experienced this myself, and I'm telling you, it's fantastic. Holy cow. You just pick what you want to eat. The box shows up at your house with everything you need to make an absolutely fantastic meal. How often have I talked with you about how much I love to work in the kitchen and make fantastic meals? But the problem with that is there's a little bit of extra work involved with like the research and then going to the store and then buying all the stuff. And then like life gets in the way and you never make it and everything rots in the fridge and it's all stupid and you hate your life. And then you never do it again. And then you eat like a jackass. Well, how about we forget all of that and you just open up your door, walk outside and grab a box filled with particular portions, exact sizes of what you need to make some of the best food you will ever have. And it's like you're a star because you plate the food and then you pass it off to your family. And they're like, who are you? We had no idea you had the ability to make such great food. That's because they specifically tell you the instructions for each of the fantastic meals that you can make with HelloFresh. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, this is great. So all this time you've been going out, you've been eating out, you've been spending a ton of cash. How about you make gourmet recipes and you do it? Maybe you do it as a process with other members of your family. It's so much fun, man. Forget about spending all that money on expensive food. Make fast, fresh, amazing recipes with HelloFresh. My gosh, you got to do this. The box shows up and then off you go. Man, I love HelloFresh. This is what I want you to do. I want you to try it out. Go to HelloFresh.com/Zane21. 21 because that's what I look like. I'm 21. HelloFresh.com/Zane21 and use the code Zane21. And then you get, you guessed it, 21 free meals plus free shipping. What a deal. If you're listening to me right now and you don't try this, you're crazy. We're giving you free food. HelloFresh.com/Zane21. Use the code Zane21 and 21 free meals plus free shipping. It doesn't get more perfect than this. My gosh, I love you. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Okay? I love HelloFresh. You will too. Check it out online, HelloFresh.com/Zane21. Use code Zane21 for 21 free meals plus free shipping. Go do it. Okay, it's time to cut through the clutter with all of the information about online betting. MyBookie. That's all you need to know. MyBookie. New year, new you. When I say new you, I mean because you're going to MyBookie. Give yourself a fresh start with MyBookie. Whether you bet to earn, which some people do because they're good at it, or just to have some fun, MyBookie gives you the most for your money with their redesigned deposit bonus. Just use promo code ZANE on a deposit of $50 or more to receive a cash bonus instantly to your MyBookie account. Try it out. MyBookie. Promo code ZANE. Using this bonus is simple. Bet your deposit amount just once and you're ready to cash out. It's no strings attached with MyBookie. Promo code Zane. Bet on the NFL, UFC, play for a share of big cash prizes in the weekly online blackjack tournaments. You name it, MyBookie has you covered. With so many brands to choose from, you need a platform that makes it simple to bet and win. Like MyBookie, promo code Zane. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
By eliminating stigma and embracing harm reduction programs like lay responder naloxone access, we can stand together and save lives. In just 1 year, Indiana lost an estimated 2,051 Hoosiers to opioid overdose. But these deaths could have been avoided by quickly administering naloxone. To receive training and a free naloxone kit, reach out to Ship Happens at harm-lessindiana.org. It's completely confidential, so please contact Ship Happens at harm-lessindiana.org.
If the kid's worried about being bullied, don't just throw shit that someone would use against him in bullying fashion out to the world, you dipshit. No. God damn. When Jim had a baby, I had to wait an extensive amount of time till he was out of school before we talked about it. Of course, he was much older than your kid is now. Don't divulge that personal shit, you fucking moron. This is why you're stupid, Smug Beer. God damn it. He actually opened up the show 2 or 3 days ago with a example. Like the first thing out of his mouth. Stopped down and for 10 minutes divulged all this shit. And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. God damn it. All right. Anyway, done with my rant on Smug Beer. Kyle says, new segment, this is why you're stupid, where Zane explains why someone is dumb. Aram says they have too many around the room segments and have to dig deep. It's exactly true. You know, what am I going to talk about now? What am I going to do now? Ryan says, you should play the disclaimer, Eric. No, I'm not. Because I didn't say it on the radio. Dipshit said it on the radio. Corey says, you never explain why his face is in the ad roll. Because it's a mock. I'm mocking him right now. Look at that fucking face. Oh, my God. What a smug asshole. That's the face of a guy who reveals something very personal about his kid on the radio. And fucking, what is the saying? Forest and trees or something like that? There's something about forests and trees. He's doing that. Can't see the forest through the trees. Is that what you say? Oh, that's him. All right. Sign up for me on Patreon. Get more podcasting each and every day. This week on Who Are These Zanes? Ryan is going to be sitting in for Ben. Ben taking a trip to Florida. We will put together a Who Are These Zanes episode with Ryan taking a shot at co-hosting. You got to be nervous. I'm guessing you're shitting water on this deal. This is your big break, Ryan. I'm so happy that you said, hey, I want to do it. Kyle says you can't see forest from trees and can't smell your own shit on your knees. Blue State Rob says he's too busy trying to tell his past self that he's banging a woman he couldn't get in high school. Yeah. Anyway. Sign up on Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane for $5 or $10 a month. Listener supported ad-free Patreon. If If you like this free podcast, you will love the Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. The open and live stream of today's show brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV, 616-532-6600. An amazing group of people that will keep your vehicles running soundly, whether it's preventative maintenance, something happened that you don't have a car. My God, get it over to Irvine's and they will take care of the rest. Early bird drop-off, late bird pickup, rental car if you need one, loaner car, I should say. You're not renting it. They just give it to you. It doesn't cost you anything. All at Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. And they, of course, work on every make and model with the exception of Volkswagens, EVs, hybrids, specialties, and, of course, regular, plain old-fashioned combustible motors. 616-532-6600. Thank you to A&E Heating and Cooling, 616-516-8579. Number one in West Michigan. By all means, go ahead and get an estimate from anybody else in the area for any type of furnace repair. Maybe you're just looking for a brand new furnace or air conditioner. Yeah, by all means, get a couple of estimates. Don't just go with the first guy there. Get two others. Take a little time. Two other estimates. And then Joe Martinez is third. 616-516-8579. He's going to beat the other guys. Excuse me. If by chance he doesn't say, oh, sorry, you got to beat this. Eric Zane said you'll beat it. That's awesome. Play that card every time. Don't even tell him that you're getting two other estimates. Just keep it to yourself. Because I like it when you surprise him that this message comes from me. He deserves that. All right? 616-516-8579. This podcast has made him a millionaire many times over. So that's what I'm all about. He's so rolling in the dough. He shows up at these jersey auctions, and these schleps are bidding on jerseys. Jersey's like $1,100, $1,200. It's going up by $100 a pop. And Joe just goes, $5,000. And everybody goes, oh, fuck you. Money goes to charity. Joe don't care. He wipes his ass with money. He's got so much money. I'm kidding. 616-516-8579. Linda says, so no Ben and Eric podcast this week, or will it be Ryan and Eric? I don't know yet. I know we're going to do Who Are These Zanes? Maybe I could bring in Stu McAllister. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far in the week yet. It's only Monday. But that's a good idea. Good thought. We'll do something. We got to do something, right? I can't leave you hanging. Thank you to the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. You need a mortgage. Here you go. Anywhere in the U.S. with the exception of Alaska, Hawaii, South Carolina, and Maine. Oh, my God. Thank you. NMLS number 3035, 231-332-6505 for the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Call them up. Give them a shot. Say, hey, what can you do for me, buddy? Whether it's your first mortgage or you've done this many times, maybe you're just getting money out of your home to pay off a high-interest credit card bill, you can do it with the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Got sick and tired, apparently, Mother Nature did, of hearing everybody say, where's the snow in West Michigan? Where's the snow? It hit. We went to go see Wally over the weekend. And then good thing we left when we did on the way back. Because it started to snow on the last stretch of roadway getting back to West Michigan. And then it kind of didn't stop, man. I got a foot where I live, a foot of snow. In fact, I got back early enough that I reached out to Doug at Bosco's. And I was like, hey, buddy, I'm coming into work. I worked on Friday, and then I said, I'm here early enough. I'll come help you on the dinner service. And he goes, oh, thanks, man. That's great. So I go driving there. I'm in Diana's car, and through this area where Bosco's is, as you're driving, it's like this, they kind of reconfigured this traffic area in and around Bosco's, and it was very, very snowy, so everything was snow covered. And the road that went straight, they changed the configuration. There's a hard right. And I just kept driving straight and hit a curb. And the next thing I know, I'm driving on this green space in Diana's car. Like, poof. And it wasn't a giant curb, so I thought it was going to fuck up the rims of the car, but it didn't, thank God. And next thing I know, I'm driving in an open field in Diana's Accord. I'm like, what the fuck? And so I go, well, fucking might as well keep going. I got to the other side of it, dropped down, back on the road, parked, went in. Okay. Which, by the way, fucking so much fun working at Bosco's. And Doug said to me, he goes, why are you doing this? And I said, well, to be honest with you, I got to work a little harder. He goes, what are you talking about? I go, well, Madison School is expensive, and I don't want to leave anything to chance on this deal, so I need to earn more so that I can pay more. So if I have free time, I'm going to come here and work. And he pays a great wage, by the way. If you need hours or you want to work somewhere, you should bang on their door. And I go, so, all right. And I go, and second of all, I get a little bit, my brain starts to get a little weird because of being here all the time. Talking to a camera, talking to dogs. I don't get a lot of workplace type of dynamic or interaction. And I like working. I enjoy that. And I like you guys. Your family is a lot like my family, close-knit, okay? And we can have a great time. So that's basically it. And it helps you out. So, in fact, Friday I go in there, and I didn't get there because I did the huge show, and I got done at 6 and drove directly to the restaurant. And they were in the middle of a rush. Big time. And the shit was hitting the fan. And Doug and Dougie, which is his son, are both in the kitchen. Dougie's he's late 20s, I think. And Doug's on the grill cooking the burgers. And Dougie's starting to come unglued. You know, you get overwhelmed. So I'm a kitchen assistant. I'm like on the buns. I'm putting the buns down. You got to toast the buns on the grill. You know, put a little butter on them, put them face down. And I'm helping them with the fries. And very quickly, we started to dig out of this hole. And he was so appreciative of that. He wanted to hug me. I go, no, that's awesome. No worries. Linda says, did any listeners or former listeners come to Bosco's? No, but a lot of people did recognize me. That were actually in there. They go, hey, I know it. Yeah, how you doing? I think that they were kind of like at the bar and they see me in the back. What's he doing back there? You know, might recognize me from the Griffins game. Blue State Rob says we need burgers named after some of the Zaniacs. Yeah, we could call it the retarded burger. You could get. I'm sorry. We could have one called the Poverty Burger.
Let's got the big black dick because I know you want to.
The Stalker Burger.
I'm a 50-year-old man doing what a 50-year-old man should.
All right. There's probably more jokes there, but I don't want to work them out live. Yeah, I'll let you do it and write them. I'll let you figure them out and write those jokes in. The BBC Burger. The Memard Burger, a patty with peanut butter and jalapenos. Jalapenos? Do you say no's or yo's? The Garden of Listeners Veggie Burger. Oh. Yes, the infamous Garden of Listeners speech that they wrote and posted. That was so much fun. You can order the Andrea. Go to Arby's and buy their unused roast beef. The Andrea floppy labia burger, where the beef is like hanging off the sides like tarps. Wouldn't it have to be well-used roast beef, Ryan writes. Yes, I'm guessing. Chris in Maine says stop. You could have the Patriot Nick burger. It's just a lonely bun with no meat. The Lonely Nick. Yes, that's what it is. Hey, what do you want? A Lonely Nick. It's just a fucking bun. There's nothing on it. Stupid. All right. So anyway, snows all night. I wake up. We have a foot of snow in the driveway. All right. I got to get rid of this fucking snow. And it's, I can tell it's heavy. Wet snow. This is going to be tough. My snowblower is kind of like, there's something wrong with it. I think that belt needs to be tightened because it doesn't take much to bog it down. You got to get the thing and stuff it in the little chute. Get all the frozen slush out of it. It's a pain in the ass. I go to start that fucking thing up. Prime it. Turn the choke on. Pull it. Nothing. I go, because it's got an electric starter on it, but I never use it. I just pull it. It starts up every time. What the fuck, man? That's rare. Prime it a little more. That's been cold. Pull it. Nothing. Pull it some more. Nothing. Now I'm getting tired. Fuck. I need an extension cord. I got to use the electric starter. No extension cord. Go all the way in the backyard. Get the fucking extension cord in the pool shed. Go to the front. Walking through 1 foot of snow. Not the easiest thing. Plug it in. Plug it into the wall. Hit the starter. Doesn't start. What the fuck? I try like 2-3 times. I go, I better stop. I'm going to fuck up the starter on this thing. You know? You do that too much. My God. Chris in Maine says the ugly wife salad. Fuck. Blue State Rob says the crank, a foot long, coated in Alabama white sauce. Ryan says the Lonely Nick. Not even keto people can eat it. I don't know what this means, but it just sounds funny. The alligator fuckhouse burger. All right. Back to my snowblower. Hang on. Hey. No. Daisy is licking Bruce. We cannot have that. Tyler makes a joke that if I say it, Megan's going to kick my ass. Tyler, I do not support that joke, Tyler. I will get in so much trouble if I read that. In fact, that is not funny, Tyler. That's a terrible joke, Tyler. I do not like that. Come on now. Fucking idiot. All right, where was I? I got to stop looking at the comments. They're fucking great. The defending my huge mom and getting threatened with legal action burger. That's another joke from Sean. Blue State Rob saying something horrible. What the fuck? The jokes are completely out of control. You'll have to go to the Twitch stream and look at what these sick fucks wrote. God damn. While standing there over the snowblower, I go, all right, I know what's up. It's got to be the spark plug. So I remove the plug, and it's like, oh, well, this is clearly a fouled out plug. It's black. It's, there's no way this thing's firing. But that's weird how it just died, because the thing has been running great. Pull out the plug, spray some solvent on it, get a wire brush, clean it really good. I go, this thing's gonna be awesome. Put it back in, put everything back together. Nothing. This is like 10, 15 minutes. Now my neighbors are like looking at me. I'm getting ready to get the neighbor to walk up and say, hey, you want to borrow mine? And I'm like, oh, shit, that's the ultimate humiliation, And then I realize the throttle is not on. It's getting no gas. You have to turn, it's just a lever. You just pull it up. You know how you have it? It's either on turtle or jackrabbit. It's on turtle. That's not enough to get it started. Put it on rabbit. Start it right up. Fuck me. What an asshole. I got to take that thing in, though, because there's something wrong with it. It should throw snow further than 1 foot. I mean, the only reason why I use it takes me longer to use the snowblower than I would a shovel. It's not as exhausting as using a shovel. And that would have been exhausting, but it just takes too damn long because I can only, you should be able to cut an entire width of the snowblower swipe, but I can't do that because it bogs it down. I have to only cut like about 6 inches into the damn thing, into the pile of snow. It's terrible. So that thing needs a tune-up or some shit. I don't know. I'll take it over to the guy who repairs them. Blue State Rob says, make sure you don't forget to mix the oil and gas for the snowblower. No, this one doesn't take that. This one takes just straight gas. Okay, I can say this one. Corey writes, get yourself a Dean burger. You can't eat it within 100 feet of a school or playground. There you go. That's it. Everybody can get behind that one. I'm all about that. That's true, too. I mean, Jesus Christ. All right. But I'm going to go. I'm working Tuesday, by the way. Okay? And so I'll be there, and I'll come out and see you. If you want to go to Bosco's, go there. And whoever is serving you, make sure you say, Eric Zane, is he here? I want to say hi, and I will come see you. By the way, Doug is a badass. Doug is, he looks like a middle linebacker. Doug, the owner. He's about my age. And you'll know him when you see him. Lifts a lot of weights. Very, very strong. And he's been in a lot of fist fights. And it's a family affair because you got Doug and Doug Jr. And then Dee Dee is Mrs. Doug. And Lindsay, which is Doug's daughter. So they're all together. The whole family is working at the same time. Well, the way this works is the dynamic is if anybody starts to be rude, it'll get you to a certain point. The server, in this case, Lindsay, she's got pretty thick skin. But if things start to go south, just a glance, that's a note to Dad that he's got to come out and flash the badge. And that happened Friday. If anybody starts giving Lindsay or Dee Dee shit, well, then the sheriff's going to come out onto the floor. He's going to start waiting on your table. Now, it's not going to go up and, like, punch you in the fucking face. But, you know, if you suddenly get a change in servers or a bartender, that's what's going on. That's a dynamic. And if it ever gets even more escalated, then Doug would give a glance to Dougie Jr. And now you're really fucked. So the whole family is going to beat the shit out of you. Fuck me. I'm like, I want to see that. Fuck. Yes. So fucking cool there. I'm like, Jesus. And then, you know, the rush is over. Hudsonville shuts down at 9 p.m. Suddenly no one's there. It was packed. Suddenly no one's there. Everybody pours a drink. They're all drinking at the bar. You want a drink? I don't drink, man. I'll have water. Oh, okay. And then, you know what they do for me? Everybody who goes home at the end of the day gets free food. Doug makes them food. What do you want? I'm like, are you kidding me? I get free food? What? Yeah. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this place is great. I'm having the time of my life there. I'll be there Tuesday. Come see me. Thank you to Troy Ginzer, Tag Accounting and Tax Services. 616-301-9516. Okay, do this. Skip doing the taxes. Skip all the stress. Call the Gins. Tag Accounting and Tax Services. The absolute best. Excuse me. He's trying to set a record this year in number of returns done. 616-301-9516. Tag Accounting and Tax Services. You can find them online, tagcpa.net. Not just doing your personal taxes. If you need someone to help you with the day-to-day operations of accounting at your business, they can help you with that. That's what I utilize Troy for, personal taxes and the business side of things. He built me what's known as an S Corp for this little business that I have, Eric Zane Productions, LLC. And I don't know what that is. No, I have no idea. I go, what is it? He goes, you're a business. You actually get a paycheck now every 2 weeks. You actually get Social Security taken out, federal taxes, state taxes, all that shit taken out of each paycheck. You are a business. I go, why do you do that? He goes, tax advantages. Rather than just, and it helps you with, what is it? Small business tax or some shit like that, or I don't know what the fuck it is. All I know is that he helps me, and he can help you too. Reach out to the Gins, 616-301-9516. Please mention the Eric Zane Show, because he said to me the other day, he goes, it's working. I've already had 5 or 6 people that want me to do the returns for him. I go, thank you. That's awesome. So I'm thanking you for reaching out to him. It's going to cost you about $100, probably north of by a few, but I'm not even sure. It just depends on your return. But I just say that so you know generally what you're going to spend. 616-301-9516. Tag Accounting and Tax Services. Sarah Honda Granville. Go test drive a new Honda Pilot. Oh, my God. It's awesome. This thing is so sweet. You're going to love the brand new 2023 Honda Pilot. Go there, test drive it. Sarah Honda Granville. Online at sarahhondagranville.com. They're on Kennewa, just north of 44th Street. I heard from Joe Morin. Longtime pal, longtime listener. He says, are you sure Sarah Honda sponsors your podcast? Derek, his son, and I are here. And Javaria has never heard of you. I don't know. I said, maybe she never got the message. Thank you for mentioning my name. I will pass it along to them. And he said, no, Javaria is a dude. Anyway, go see my friends at Sarah Honda Granville. Go check out not only the brand new cars, test drive those, and then figure out what you want on it and order away. or drive off the lot in a certified pre-owned vehicle that's like new with a warranty. Okay? Sarah Honda Granville. I want to get into this deal about Paul Pelosi. That's the guy in San Francisco. His wife is Nancy Pelosi. And the dude broke into the house and beat him up with a hammer. This is incredible. Audio check. Video check. As Nate writes, the tax hobbit just did my taxes. He's awesome to work with. Thank you. Amanda asks, what happened to limo work? Yeah, I haven't gotten a gig. You know what's funny about limo work is I got my, what do you call it? My license, my CDL. Is that what it's called? CDL? I passed the written exam, and then I started working for the practical exam. And then I suddenly ran out of time and stopped. And then I forgot everything I learned. So then I was like, fuck. So I kind of just quit. I still do limo work. Like I said, I did the Lions game a number of weeks ago. So I still drive the sedans. And if they need somebody to drive a sedan, I'll do it. But I don't do it that much. And the thing I like about Bosco's is it's like a set time. Typically, with limo, it's like call, and then if I have plans made, everything gets kind of shuffled around. It's fine, but I think I like this better. Blue State Rob has a hamburger. The Lie to Your Ears burger comes with a free polygraph. Aram, this sounds like snark. The air brake tests seemed a little difficult, yet for you anyways. What the fuck are you talking about? Probably best to not do the limo work. You know, you can't help yourself. I've said this to you before. No matter what you say, it's impossible to know whether it's snark or not because of the level of snark you always give. I'm starting to wonder if you even like me. That's what I think deep down you hate me. That's what I'm thinking is going on here. I think you actually hate the show. He says you flunked it. No, I passed it after a couple of attempts, which happens all the time. Again, relax. This is why you're now categorized with Amanda. You know, it's you're now in the same grouping. The whole Amanda, Kenny, Aram thing. You're all, the three of you are like a posse that I look at with a wayward eye when the comments pop. Strange to me. All right. The Paul Pelosi attack. Audio check, video check. This is how it unfolded that night. Now, there's no sound of this audio. Okay. So, this is the dude. This is a bad guy. And, you know, he's just walking around. Hey, you know, I'm in Paul Pelosi's backyard. He looks at the video camera. Kind of checking things out. All right, I'm going to go back here now. I've got this. He's got like a backpack. It looks like he's getting ready to camp. This is the backyard, but doesn't this look like a fucking bed with a headboard here? All right, there was an edit. He's reaching into his bag of tricks. I'm not sure what's going on here. There's that might be a hammer. He's putting on gloves now. Okay. Now he's getting his implement of destruction here. Now he's trying to break in through the back door. He's banging the hammer. He gets through the door, and now he's climbing in here, and there he goes. So now he's in the house. Very little time passes. The cops are on their way. Let's see. 10:28:22. I don't know why this says 10:39 a.m. I thought it happened at night. I don't know. Who knows? This is the police, though. The guy's in the house. The cops are at the door, and they're like, hey, what's going on? Now, at this point, they don't know that Pelosi's life is in jeopardy.
2620, right? No, 2640. Oh, 40. Yeah, it literally said in there. Hi. Guys.
Okay. Crazy guy goes, hi, guys. He has Pelosi's woken up to see what's up. This guy says, okay, I'm going to kill you. And he's hanging onto Pelosi's arm. And for some reason, this guy answers the fucking door.
How you doing? Oh, yeah.
Paul Pelosi's hanging onto the hammer with one hand. And this lunatic's got the hammer with the other hand.
What's going on, man? Everything's good.
Look at that smile. Did you see that? He goes, everything's good.
What's going on, man?
Everything's good.
Wow.
Hi. Drop the hammer.
Nope.
Hey. What is going on right now?
I'm not getting an answer on call.
Holy shit. Did you see that? He goes, nope. He wrestles it away from Pelosi and bashes Pelosi over the head with it. Holy fuck.
I'm not getting an answer on call.
I got him, Michael.
Pelosi's hurt. He's out.
Edward 14, Edward, send backup, code 3.
Code 3 backup at 26.
Give me your fucking hand.
Units code 3.
Give me your fucking hand.
40 Broadway for 14 hours.
I hear someone groaning or something. I don't know what the fuck that is. Maybe it's a dog.
Edward 14, Edward, send medics, code 3 as well.
That's Pelosi.
You got it?
Sorry, 14 over 10.
He hit him so hard he's snoring.
Medic code 3.
Jesus. Holy fuck. That's weird. You get hit in the head so hard he's snoring? Blue State Rob says, how was he standing with a fractured skull? I don't think his skull was fractured until that incident that we just saw. He wasn't yet struck. What you saw was the amount of contact that was made. The story isn't over yet, though. Because the guy who's accused of doing this, that fucking idiot, well, the guy that did do it, I think his name is DePap, David DePap. He called the local TV station. Check this out.
Now a stunning twist to the release of video showing the attack on Paul Pelosi inside his San Francisco home.
Well, the man charged with the attack, David DePap, called our Amber Lee. Amber joining us now with this bizarre and seemingly scripted message. Amber.
Christina, Greg, David DePap called me from San Francisco County Jail this afternoon.
Love her voice.
The call was unexpected. I had originally reached out to him last year after his arrest. At the start of our conversation this afternoon, he told me he wanted to make a statement and that I could recall the call.
She meant to say record the call. She said recall the call.
Drop the hammer.
Nope.
This body cam video of David DePap attacking Paul Pelosi, the husband of former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, was released Friday morning by the San Francisco DA's office. Prosecutors say it shows DePap holding a hammer.
He's smiling. He is smiling.
One call from the Pelosi home in Pacific Heights. DePap strikes Pelosi in the head, knocking him to the floor. Hours later, I received a phone call from DePap while I was in the KTVU newsroom.
Now that you all have seen the body cam footage, I have an important message for everyone in America. You're welcome. freedom, liberty isn't dying.
Freedom and liberty isn't dying.
It's being killed systematically and deliberately. The people killing it have names and addresses. So I got their names and addresses so I could pay them a little visit and have a heart-to-heart chat about their bad behavior.
DePape offers an apology, not for the attack that seriously injured Pelosi and left him hospitalized for several days with a fractured skull. The apology was for what he says he didn't get to do.
I want to apologize to everyone. I messed up. What I did was really bad. I'm so sorry I didn't get more of them.
I'm sorry I didn't get more of them. Holy fuck.
It's my own fault. No one else is to blame. I should have come better prepared.
The suspect in the Pelosi attack says that he spent all his time exposing online what he calls government corruption, only to have his freedom of speech silenced, with his website shut down.
I have a lot more to say. I had a website of over 300 pages. That's 300 pages of stuff they don't want you to hear. I'm in the process of trying to set up a new site out of the reach of tyrannical global homo fascists and their internet censors.
Our conversation last.
This is the type of shit that the former listeners of this show, they probably right now are listening to this guy and worshiping him or jacking off.
Just under 5.5 minutes. I wasn't able to challenge his statements and ask follow-up questions. He tells me he did not want to jeopardize his case. DePape faces state charges of attempted murder and elder abuse, as well as charges in federal court for kidnapping. He has pleaded not guilty. His next court date is scheduled for February 23rd.
Yeah, I think that when we heard that he had called the newsroom, we were a little surprised ourselves. What were you thinking when you received the call?
Scoop!
When it came on my cell phone, I didn't recognize the number. I picked it up, and there was an automated voice telling me it was a call from the San Francisco County Jail and that it was from DePape. So, of course, I took the call. And, yes, I was just as surprised as everyone else.
Yeah, and it did sound very much scripted, as if he was reading off of a piece of paper. Very robotic as well.
That's what
it was. Damar Hamlin.
Sounded like. He did say to me at the very start of the conversation that he wanted to make a statement.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Tonight, Amber.
Holy shit. Great reporting. All she did was played a fucking recording. I mean, come on. It fell in her lap. Wasn't that great? It was all right. Holy shit.
I absolutely hated pricking my fingers.
You get these.
Kenny Rice. He came on her cell phone. Weird wording. Not guilty. He's on multiple cameras doing it. My God. It's like when Conor McGregor said he apologizes for absolutely nothing. Chris says she sounds like she was hit with a hammer. Come on, I liked her voice. My God. All right. Anyway, that is quite a thing. Holy shit. Okay, I'm not going to be able to finish this show if I don't pee. So I know there's only a handful of minutes left, but it's that bad. I thought I could make it, and I can't. I will be right back. All right, back. And ladies and gentlemen, in attendance right now, we have a lurker. The multi-talented Marcy whatever you say. How do you say your name? Marcy Vanderploeg is here. Marcy is part of that wayward pack of former audience members known as the Zaniacs. Glad you are here, Marcy. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a nice day. Thank you for being here and supporting the Eric Zane Show podcast. It has been too long. Obviously, you've realized that I'm right about everything. Otherwise, why else would you be here? You've made me very happy with your understanding and realization that all of you former Zaniacs are batshit crazy. And since you are now realizing that and realize that all of that nonsense was all of your fault, you're coming back, and I'm welcoming you back. So thank you, Marcy, for being here. If you want to come to Bosco's, we can accommodate you. We, bring the whole group. We can have burgers, and it'll be fantastic. Okay, but don't get out of line because Doug will kick ass. She left, guys. She left. So I was tipped off when I was taking a leak that Mighty Marcy was in attendance. So she's lurking. Linda says she's been lurking for a while now. I noticed last week. Tyler says Zane will prepare his special sauce for the Zaniac burgers. No, I would not fuck with their food. I would not do that. That's too much. Can't do that. All right. Moving on. There's a dude in West Michigan who is just a fucking idiot. This is just a remarkable story. This guy is like a home improvement specialist. It seems like I hear about this so often. It's remarkable to me how many people in this industry do what you're about to hear. Audio check. Video check. Here we go.
Michigan State Police investigation is looking into the business practices of a Grand Rapids builder. His companies have drawn complaints from angry customers. Some of those customers have been talking to our Target 8 investigator, Henry Erb.
Who I love. I love this guy, Henry Erb.
I just want my stuff.
And this Ionia County couple had help from 2 Kentwood police officers to get it. On a cool December morning, they all trooped into the Elite Home and Stone Supply, just off Broadmoor. They were after some granite countertops Nicole and Bill Thompson had already paid for.
He said it would be a week and then he would have it installed.
Notice they have a popcorn machine in their house. I love these people.
Week later, no call, no show.
Their countertops remained plywood for weeks.
It's just been one excuse after another.
They say the company made appointments, they take off work to meet the crew, but nobody'd show up. The frustration is about more than the time and the money Nicole inherited from her father and was using for the kitchen remodel.
I lost my dad, and it was just something, part of my inheritance that I wanted something nice from, something that I could look at, maybe, do the family memories that we did growing up.
Okay, now that's a heartbreaker. What she just said right there makes me want to cry. I mean, how that is absolutely touching to hear that. I just want a memory.
Cooking and stuff together and having a good family gathering in the kitchen.
And that's how we all...
Oh, this is great. They are making this guy look like such a piece of shit, and that's what you got to do if you're a good reporter. Lay the groundwork. Now you got the homeowner, the lady is upset, the money that her dad gave her to when he died. All she wants is a nice kitchen. I mean, come on. And let's go get the countertops, motherfucker.
Up a couple of days later with a Kentwood police officer politely asked...
Never trust a douche wearing a hat like that. Unless if you're my pal Jimmy. My pal Jimmy wears hats like that. Then he's not a douche. But this guy looks like such a fucking douche.
Asking business owner Eric King if the Thompsons could get their granite so another installer could finish the kitchen.
Yeah, have them pull in the back and it's all right there.
All right, I'll go.
And that's what they did. The Thompsons got their granite.
We are so far behind. We have a bunch of clients. It happens every year. Everybody's trying to get everything done.
Okay, so this guy is making the excuse to the cop. Oh, yeah, we got the countertops. You can have them, and we're just behind. So that doesn't explain the, the disappearing act. I think that's what pisses people off the most is when you get ghosted like that. I mean, my God. But whatever. So this might end with, oh, okay, so they got their countertops back. It's all a good story. It's all good. Yes, this guy fucked up, but no big deal, right? Wrong!
I'm happy I got my happy ending.
But that's not even half the story. As the Thompsons' countertops were being loaded, Eric King was out front being frisked and handcuffed. He was under arrest. Nothing to do with the granite business, but with a lawsuit against his now defunct company called King Builders.
Okay, so the cops knew they were going to end up arresting him. They don't tell him that until they get the countertops back. And then they go, oh, hey, by the way.
A judge had issued a warrant because King missed a court date and wanted police to bring him in to reveal his assets.
We want justice, number one.
The arrest is connected to Andrew Asasi's lawsuit. He says his family hired King to build a small cottage on some land up north and gave him $60,000 to get started.
He had said that he would have the property built in a little over 3 months.
In the trench? But Asasi says months went by, some dirt got moved around, fun for kids to play in, but not much happened. After more than a year, Asasi says he'd heard enough excuses, went to court and got a judgment. But the family is still trying to get the money back.
Looks like we're not going to see any of it unless, of course, the money is somewhere else. And
holy shit.
The Asasi family's not alone. King Builders has 3 other judgments against it in Kent County Circuit Court. King owes Trinity Baptist Church in Grand Rapids $156,000 for work the church says it paid for, but King failed to do. And a couple of suppliers got judgments totaling more than $100,000. And as we've seen, Eric King's newest venture is distressing some customers, too. They include the deputy mayor of Ionia. He finally got new countertops.
Deputy mayor? Oh, shit.
But he ended up getting them from somebody else.
And that's why I think we trusted him too much too soon.
It's remarkable to me what happens in these, it always seems to be this line of work. Any line of business where they get the money up front like that, it just seems like they fucking take it and don't deliver the goods. What the fuck?
Maluski says King comes across as a charming guy when he's selling a job, but he says King missed installation dates and broke promises. The final straw was just after King missed another install date when he was arrested. He describes how in a phone conversation he tried to pin King down to the next promised delivery.
So what I'm hearing from you is that you will reach out to our contractor by, say, 8 p.m. tonight and arrange a installation date later this week. Yes, we'll do that. That was the last communication I had with him. Our contractor did not hear from him.
Oh, no.
He says his kitchen remodel contractor ate the loss of a $5,800 payment when they had to buy the countertops from a different supplier.
Holy shit.
Tried to get the money back from King.
This shouldn't have to happen to anybody else going forward.
We had questions for Eric King, but he didn't respond to our emails. A state police detective was planning on talking to him this week. A prosecuting attorney will eventually decide whether or not he broke any laws.
Jesus.
I'm Target 8 investigator Henry Herb.
I had years ago, I had a bunch of work.
Built a lifetime of savings and
I had a bunch of work done in the backyard, and part of it was like some sprinkler work. And so the guy who was doing the backyard, he says to me, he goes, okay, I'm going to hire this local company. And the local company did the work. And I paid the money to the dude who was doing the backyard. And then he pays some money to the people that he contracted, in this case, the sprinkler company. Except he didn't. He kept all the money. And so it was, a very extensive amount of work and a lot of money. And he should have paid them. That's what the deal was. But he never did. And months later, the sprinkler company, who I still work with to this day, they knock on my door. They go, hey, do you know of? I go, well, yeah, that's the guy working in my backyard. They go, yeah, he never paid us. And I'm like, oh, my God. So, like, a lot of money. Uh-oh. And they actually, I found out, the sprinkler company could have sought the losses from me. Like, I would have to pay it. So I reached out to the guy. And I'm like, hey, dude, what the fuck? You didn't pay them. And he's making up. It sounded like one of these guys in his fucking store. Excuses, kicking the can down the road. Oh, there was a paperwork issue. My internet went out. My internet went out. My tux didn't come back from the cleaners. I'm like, holy shit. They ended up just eating the loss. And they said, yeah, we could get it back from you, but you're a valued customer. We're not going to do that to you. So they got screwed in that deal. Holy shit. It should be the norm that, no, I only want to work with a company that you get no money up front. Zero. Do the job. I'll pay you when it's done. Fuck you. That's what we need. If anybody tries to fucking, like when Joe Martinez works in my basement, he doesn't say, you got to pay me up front. I'll look him in the face and say,
Tu madre es una puta.
Right there, motherfucker. Can you believe this shit? People are assholes. Fuck. All right. Asshole of the day coming up next. Kent County Health Department says call upon them if you need anything concerning the WIC program. Keeping food on the table is of utmost importance. Kent County Health Department wants to help you with that. Reach out to them, accesskent.com/health. They can also help you with everything concerning vaccinations for the little ones if your kids are under vaccinated. In terms of measles, mumps, rubella, whooping cough, pertussis, meningitis, cervical cancer vaccine. These are all important things. Get those taken care of for little or no cost if you qualify through the Kent County Health Department. Thank you to Rick at TC Paintball, chomping at the bit to get a February date for a paintball war. Thanks, spring, baby. Pitchers and catchers report this month. Coming up in February. Holy shit, it won't be long. TC Paintball, online at tcpaintballgr.com. Book an event for you, your crew, your family, kids in the neighborhood, bros, bachelor party, bachelorette party, workplace team building, fully stocked pro shop. You just walk in, drop the money down. They give you everything you need. You can rent all the stuff. It's so much fun. Maybe it'll become a hobby or even more than that. Whatever you need to buy it there. It's awesome. TC Paintball, an amazing attraction in West Michigan. When it comes to buying flooring, there's only one place to buy it at an absurdly low price, much lower than anybody else in the entire industry. That is Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. All right, it's a massive warehouse that they buy massive quantities of the best brands, best-selling products, and put them right within eye view of you, stacked up, ready to go. I love this flooring. There you go. How many boxes you want? How big's your room? Kent or one of the other dudes there will do a little math after you tell them the size of the room, and boom, you're in business. Load that shit up in your minivan and off you go. You will pay a much lower price at Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet than anywhere else in West Michigan and beyond. It's worth the trip to go there. That's how much money you're going to save. And mention my name. Save 10%. Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. Thank you so much for being part of the show. They are located on Chicago Drive in West Michigan, just on the north side of the street, right behind the Little Caesars. Okay, right by that downtown area there. That little quaint little downtown they have, actually to the west of it a little bit, but in that area. And last but not least, can't forget Bosco's Pub. I'm quickly learning how to assemble the burgers appropriately. I am not allowed to cook the food. That is Doug. I am a kitchen assistant. So I'm preparing the buns so that they are toasted appropriately. I drop the fries on the flip. He's flipping the burgers. That's when you drop the fly. Not the flies. Fuck me. Fries. And then I assemble the burgers. I really want to try this steak burger because so you have the patty that's cooking, seasoned perfectly. When it's time for the finishing touch, he puts sauteed onions, sauteed mushrooms, A1 sauce, and Swiss cheese over that to hold it all together. On the bun is another special sauce that they make. Okay? And then the patty goes on with bacon on it, I think. They put bacon on it? No, I'm getting confused. This is why I'm new. So I have to ask lots of questions while I'm there. Anyway, try that steakhouse burger. It looks awesome. I got to try it. And I really need to be careful because if Doug's going to send me home with food every night, I'm really going to get to be like Ben weight and give myself diabetes. And I can't do that. So I got to actually turn off the fucking tap on that and say, no, don't send me home with any food. I got to eat some lettuce for fuck's sake. Bosco's Pub, part of Terra Square in Hudsonville, Michigan. Go there. If I'm there, I'm coming out to see you. Ask for me. Friday, the asshole of the day, brought to you by TC Paintball, was the Memphis Black Cops. That's a shit show. Holy fuck. The asshole of the day today is easy. It's Marcy for lurking to start some shit with your old pal Eric Zane, which she promptly realized I could see her on there, and she bailed. See you, Marcy. Thanks for playing. Folks, that is the Eric Zane Show podcast. I want to thank you for being part of it. For the dogs, the NFK, the Queen of the Forest, I thank all of you. You're an amazing, amazing group of people. As we are getting close to the 1,000 show mark. I believe today is 990. Thank you so much.
If you're looking for heavy-duty storage solutions, look no further than the Home Depot, because we take the term heavy-duty very literally. Like our Husky 5-tier heavy-duty garage shelving unit. Each shelf has a weight capacity of 1,000 pounds when evenly distributed. That's a total of 2.5 tons of durable, no-nonsense, load-me-up-with-everything-you-got storage. Right now, save up to 25% on select heavy-duty storage solutions. Store more, save more. Shop in-store and online at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.